Fox host Jesse Waters spoke to Diamond and Silk about a nativity scene put up by a church that had Jesus in a cage. Now, obviously, this was a commentary on what the U.S. government is doing at the border to children. But what's fascinating is just how dense these pundits are, because this point is going to baffle them and go right over their heads.
Massachusetts church receiving massive backlash over a controversial nativity scene, which included placing a baby Jesus inside a cage. Yes, and writing the word deportation over the wise men. All of this is a way to, quote, spark a conversation about the current illegal immigration situation at the border. Here with their thoughts, Diamond and Silk. So I guess they're trying to make a point about, you know, Donald Trump separated families. He put kids in cages. I mean, what are you guys supposed to say about that? Obama put baby Jesus in a cage first?
Well, here's the deal. I think what the church should be focusing on is Planned Parenthood, how they take and abort babies. I think that's what they should be focused on. They should be focused on all of the hate that's going on from the Democratic Party and Democrats that hate this sitting president. That's what they should be focused on instead of putting baby Jesus in a cage, because Donald Trump didn't do that. That was done up under the Obama administration. What Donald Trump did, President Trump did, was follow the law.
And it's really sad that I see these churches wanting to make a mockery of people's faith and religion and traditions. It's really, really sad.
You know what would be really, really sad, guys? If some wise men came over and sprung little baby Jesus out of jail. You know, maybe in the night. You know, I'm not encouraging that, but I could see that happening where some people, you know, give little baby Jesus a jailbreak and set that baby free. But again, I don't encourage that, but wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, Jesse, you just made their point. You jackass. Oh, he's so stupid. How do you not see that? The whole point is like, man, isn't it fucked up if a kid is in a cage? And Jesse's like, you know, hey, man, and wouldn't it be a shame if they broke baby Jesus out of a cage? Right, yeah. You're buying into their logic. Their logic is, hey, don't put kids in cages. And you're saying, correct, don't put kids in cages, especially not baby Jesus. I mean, why would you do that? It seems like a callous, fucked up thing. See, it was such a brilliant move from that church because they checkmated you up front. That's the genius of this political statement, is they checkmated you up front. Because what your reaction to it is going to prove their point. The fact that you responded to it proved their point. Because their point is like, man, isn't this fucked up? Isn't this outrageous? Putting a kid in a cage? Especially, particularly, you know, we're putting Jesus in a cage to make a point. And they go, I can't believe you put Jesus in a cage. Yeah, that's the point. The point is like, wow, isn't this fucked up? This is kind of fucked up, isn't it? Oh, God, they're so dumb. And then, so the other part about this is, they love to bring up the Obama angle. Well, Obama did it too. Yeah, Obama did it. So, now, wait a second. But are you for it or against it? See, that's the thing that drives me nuts about the partisan hacks is they love to do like the, oh shit, well, what about the other side? Okay, now you can make that point. That's fine. But what do you actually believe? So, Jesse Waters, is it a good thing or a bad thing to have babies in cages? Go. Now, Diamond and Silk, same thing. Is it a good or a bad thing to have babies in cages? Go. Now, my guess is if you pose this question to them in a straightforward way, what do they immediately do? Yeah, well, Obama did that. No, Trump was just following the law. He's just following the law. Okay. Now, let's take that point and say, acknowledged, put aside. Now, what is your opinion on babies in cages? Go. They always dodge the actual issues, the substantive conversation on the issues, because they're partisan hacks, and that's their whole job, is to be partisan hacks. Their job is to not tell you what their take is on the individual issues themselves. So it's just all like, oh my God, isn't the other side so bad? Oh, isn't this so intelligent to watch this program? Oh. And then, finally, I like how they deflected to Planned Parenthood. It's like, yeah, you know what this church should be doing? Fighting abortions. That's what they should be doing. Got him. No, you didn't, because as we've covered on this show before, in the Bible, they're actually pro-abortion. They say if your wife cheats on you, she should drink bitter water, and it's in Numbers. And when you drink bitter water, it'll make you miscarry. It'll make you have an abortion. And so if you drink the bitter water and you abort, that's because your wife cheated on you with somebody else. So the Bible's pro-abortion. They don't even know that. But it wouldn't make sense. And listen, even if you're in favor of, we have to cut back on the number of abortions. Okay, fair enough position. You know how you do that? A left-wing approach. It's been proven that when you have sex education, when you have free clinics, when you take a left-wing approach, you have birth control, you have condom use. When you take a left-wing approach to education on these issues, you massively decrease the number of abortions. So are you in favor of Planned Parenthood now? No, you just said you're against it. You can't be against Planned Parenthood and against abortion. That makes no sense. If you're against abortion, you should be for Planned Parenthood, because when you have Planned Parenthoods, it decreases the number of abortions. But you would think, listen, oh my God, what these churches really should be doing is, you could have easily said like, oh, fight for getting people health care or something. But they can't, because they're so embedded in that right-wing ideology that they're not allowing themselves to even be straightforward about what's in the New Testament, most of the New Testament. Like, oh, be kind to people. No, they're just like, abortion's bad. It is so silly. So, there you have it. I mean, just the fact that they covered it. They failed immediately when they decided to cover it. Because the argument they're going to make is, I can't believe they put Jesus in a cage. Which is the exact fucking point of the people who did it. Is for you to say, oh shit, I can't believe we put Jesus in a cage. Hey, by the way, I hope you understand something. Jesus was brown. If he existed, to be fair. If he existed. Because he was born in the Middle East. So he would be brown. So, the hippie Jesus, who looks like he's from an episode of That 70s Show, that's the Western spin on him, to try to make him more relatable to a Western audience. But if Jesus actually existed, he was brown-skinned. So, a brown-skinned baby in a cage, that actually is quite literally what we're doing. So it's probably, we should probably stop that. And you could bring up the, what about the other guy argument as much as you want, but that dodges the fundamental question. Should we do it or should we not do it? Now, I would say under both Democratic and Republican administrations, probably don't do it.